You know what my favorite adaptation of Peter Pan was that was weird? Once Upon a Time. Because they said Peter Pan gonna be a deadbeat daddy. That Peter Pan, he was crazy. Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. It's Bree TV, where I do reaction lifestyle videos. I just messed up my own intro, y'all. That's embarrassing. But today, we're doing another one of our different kind of reactions, where I will be reacting to a Disney trailer, of course, because what else would I do? For the Peter Pan and Wendy movie. It's called Peter Pan and Wendy, More Stories to Tell. I'm sorry, I just looked down at the comment. The top comment is, Disney, you should tell more stories instead of making live action remakes. But no tea, no shade. That's kind of true. We're gonna get into my thoughts about Disney as live action remakes as well, and what if I'm for or against them. After this reaction, like, I'm gonna do the reaction, the first watch, give my thoughts, and then actually I'm gonna pause through it. I know me. I'm a talker. And then at the end, we're gonna talk about my opinions on it, like as a whole. Should Disney keep going with these live actions and so and so? And yeah, comment on your favorite Disney movie. Like, what's your favorite Disney movie? It doesn't have to be a princess movie. It can be any Disney movie, live action or originals. Like, it can be like Walt Disney, or it can be like Disney Channel, your pick. I prefer Walt Disney, but if you want to do Disney Channel, that's fine. If you do have a favorite Disney princess or prince, let me know it as well. Favorite song or soundtrack, let me know, because sometimes the soundtrack is different from the movie. And yeah, let's just get into it. Okay.
Is one of the crown jewels of the Disney library.
Yeah.
The idea of adapting it in live action was very daunting, but ultimately
I was curious about how they're... Okay.
Opportunity to pass up.
Okay, that was the director. Oh.
This tale has had such impact.
Jude Law's Captain Hook. Why do I recognize that name? He's not the one who played Gaston. I know that. I thought it was for a second, and I'm like, no, they don't look like that. I thought that was Gaston, but I'm like, no, I don't think that's Gaston's name. I'm sorry. Okay, Jude Law. I've heard his name before though.
What is this place?
Oh.
I really wanted to investigate the
Okay.
new way of looking at the story.
It's really their story.
A new way of looking at it?
Wendy's eyes.
I've always dreamed of flying.
Through Wendy's eyes.
It's magical to be a part of.
Yara Shahidi's beautiful. Ever Anderson. She's pretty.
What you say, boys? You ready for an adventure?
She has a really European look to her. I don't know what that means to me, but she does. Oh.
How did you come to know? I love
Oh.
how deliciously evil this Captain Hook is.
Oh, I love Deliciously Evil.
Toe to toe with Peter. This iteration looks
Uh-oh.
why this feud between the two of them started.
Oh, we're gonna see like the beginning. So it's like we're gonna see Peter Pan and Wendy through the eye. We're gonna see Neverland and Peter Pan through the eyes of Wendy, like the storytelling. But we're also gonna get almost like a prologue to like why Captain Hook and Peter Pan got beef, basically. Okay.
It was filming this movie with all the pirates, all the lost boys.
I was not expecting his voice to sound like that.
This connection really brings it to life.
You get the magic of what we love about the
Okay.
original, but in this
My only question is for Tinkerbell. Does she gonna have lines? Because Tinkerbell didn't talk during the Peter Pan movie, if I remember correctly. Like for Peter Pan and Wendy, like the original, I don't remember Tinkerbell having lines outside of like little grunts and like oof and like a lot of facial expressions. So is Yara Shahidi there? Like, I assume they have to give her lines. I cannot see her just taking a role with no lines. Like, come on, sis is a Ivy League graduate. She was in I think Grownish, if I'm correct. I think that was it, or was it Blackish? I don't know. Sis is doing shit. She may not be on Zendaya level, but she is definitely a recognized actress and just intellect. So I can't imagine her signing a role that doesn't have lines. At the same time, I want to know how they're gonna work lines into Tinkerbell, because she was really just there as kind of like a sassy comedic thing. Even though I know some people are like, of course they'd make her the sassy one because they looked at it as a racial thing. Like, oh, of course they made the black girl the sassy little fairy. But I'm like, it may not be that. But I don't know. I'm curious because I feel like she gonna eat some pixie fairy core. But I'm just like, eh.
rendition, there's more stories to tell.
But I do wish they did. Sorry for pausing. I wish they had done, if they wanted to have a black Tinkerbell. I'm not mad at Tinkerbell being black. Come on, she's a fairy. I don't care. But the only reason where I'm like, I'm not a fan, only because Tinkerbell, well, I don't think in the story it was ever said that she was like, oh, white with blonde hair. Like, I don't know if it was ever part of her character dynamic, but she literally was friends with a black fairy as well. I think her name was Iridessa. I'm sorry, I've been trying to remember her name forever. I think it was Iridessa. She had all the fairies in Pixie Hollow, I think, were canonically or canon. They were racial coded. Like, they were all coded to be different races, from what I remember correctly. They could have done just, instead of a Peter Pan and Wendy movie, like, we didn't ask for it, but we're not mad at it. They could have done the Tinkerbell movies, because I think Tinkerbell is also iconic on her own. Like, come on, Disney literally promotes Tinkerbell more during the fireworks than they do fucking Peter Pan. Like, come on, y'all could have ate with Tinkerbell movies, and you could have done a series of it, because they have so many series and storylines and lots of lines to build off of. And I would have done, like, it's like, yeah, you could use Yara Shahidi for Iridessa, because I see it, but also I want Disney, when they do remakes, to start using more unknown actors. I do like Peter Pan. I've never heard of him before. I like that he seems like he might be unknown, at least to me. I like that. I looked at the casting before. I like that I saw a lot of people who I don't know who they are. Like, I like the idea of having, if you want to do a remake, yes, remake it with new people I've never seen before, if it makes sense for the role. But at least please make the casting make sense. This casting, for the most part, makes sense. I like it was a very colorblind casting. I do want to give Disney that. However, I do also like if Disney, instead of doing so many remakes and trying to just throw the diversity in where they didn't before, if you could just make new stories and give us the diversity there. Also, y'all already upset people with this Lilo and Stitch remake, because we're excited, but I think y'all messed it up with Lonnie, I think. I'm sorry, I just messed up her name, I think. But you messed it up with some of the casting. You also kind of ate with the casting. It's a fun time. I heard Moana's getting the remake as well. The cast is reprising their roles, or I think the reprise is a correct word. They're doing their roles again for the live action. So The Rock is gonna be Maui. It makes sense, honestly. Big man. Big, I'm sorry, if you've seen Bad, he's big Dominican. He's big Samoan. Sorry. Excited for that as well. I'm gonna let this video play out, but that's just my thoughts.
Ceases to amaze. What David's done that's remote.
Is that Mr. Sneeze? I think it's his name. Oh, he's cute.
More possible.
Where you go from here, it's up to you.
Was that Tiger Lily?
Enjoy bringing this film to the screen.
I think that was Tiger Lily. I hope Tiger Lily actually is, I think if I'm correct, Tiger Lily is Native American. I hope they actually cast someone who is Native American if that's the case. She's gorgeous, whoever she is. Yeah, I think she's Native, but she is beautiful. What the oh, Peter's jumping. What the fuck? April 28th. I mean, I'm excited to see it. I know it's going straight to Disney Plus from what I've heard. Like, I'm excited to see it. I hope Disney does not disappoint us, but also it's a Disney remake. I don't put it past them. Someone said we've seen a lot of adaptions of Peter Pan, so I'm not surprised if this one's good or bad. You know what my favorite adaptation of Peter Pan was that was weird? Once Upon a Time. Because they said Peter Pan gonna be a deadbeat daddy. He gonna be a little bit of a villain, but he also gonna be attractive. He kind of funny. He has this little weird, that Peter Pan, he was crazy, but he ate. He's definitely not, like, you gave me a movie of him, I'd be like, what the fuck? But at the same time, I wasn't mad at his story writing. But also, it was Once Upon a Time, so like, it was not surprising that they would somehow kind of make Peter Pan evil. I was like, okay, this is on brand. But it was like, yeah, he the grandfather of Henry, so he the grandfather of the evil queen's stepson, or adopted son, and Snow White and Charming's grandson, and Rumpelstiltskin's son is, So, Rumpelstiltskin is Peter Pan's son, and Peter Pan abandoned Rumpelstiltskin, and then, yeah. It just goes from there, and it's like, okay. So, like, that was a fun adaptation. Yeah, but that's my thoughts on this. I don't know how we got here. I hope y'all enjoyed it in peace.